And good morning, sunshine. Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Let's get you up to speed on the latest in the coronavirus pandemic. Across the country, more than 105,000 confirmed cases and more than 1,700 deaths. In Georgia, there are more than 2,300 confirmed cases. 69 people have died. The local numbers continue to rise too. Richmond and Columbia counties each have 12. Burke and Lincoln counties each have 3. Washington has 2. Jenkins, McDuffie, and Wilkes County have 1 each. In South Carolina, 539 confirmed cases and 13 deaths. Locally, there are 6 positive cases in Aiken, Edgefield, and Saluda counties. They have 1 confirmed case each. Meanwhile, an executive order is in effect in South Carolina. Governor Henry McMaster last night activating the South Carolina National Guard and giving DHEC the permission to utilize its emergency powers. The order directs the Department of Health and Environmental Control to exercise all powers outlined in the Emergency Health Powers Act, allowing departments to do what's deemed necessary to address the pandemic. In addition, the governor is placing the South Carolina National Guard on state active duty.
And we saw a warm sunny day yesterday. We're going to see another sunny day today. We'll be in the upper 80s, but as we get to the rest of your morning, we'll stay dry. Temperatures right now in the mid 60s, humidity at 93. Things to feel a little damp outside. That's going to continue for the rest of the day. We saw a high of 89 yesterday. It was quite breezy, kept us from reaching that record high of 91, but we stayed dry yesterday. We do have that front moving towards the CSRA. Yesterday it brought severe weather to the Mississippi Valley region into the Midwest, and that has moved off to the east and it has begun to lose a lot of steam. So by the time it reaches us, we might see a couple clouds, maybe a shower, but eventually we'll clear up and today will be a nice sunny day. We do have rain in the forecast. I'll have more details coming up in just a little bit. Sean?
All right, Alex, thank you. Coverage you can count on continues with finding help and answers for people who may not speak English during the coronavirus pandemic. And some folks are doing just that. Here's our Ashley Flete.
Es importante que usted tenga la información que usted necesite para saber todo de COVID-19. It's important that you have all the information you would need to know for COVID-19.
Some of the main jobs done right here in Augusta are mostly done by immigrant workers. That's one of the main reasons the CSRA is growing with diversity. In a time where it's so important to stay informed, how do those who do not speak the language manage to be in the know?
A lot of them are fairly recent immigrants and they don't speak English that well and they don't read English that well. And so at this time of social distancing, they're actually working in positions where they can't really social distance.
Susan Yarborough was a former professor at Augusta University where she taught students how to write English as a second language, leaving her no stranger to understanding barriers when it came to speaking.
So I had a lot of students from all over the world. I used to say they came from Burma to Brazil, but a lot of Hispanic students, some Portuguese-speaking students, and then students from Vietnam.
Es importante que se laven las manos con agua y jabón por 20 segundos. Limpia sus cosas con un desinfectante y es mejor que se quede en casa para no contractar el virus. Susan tells me Augusta University is currently working on a system to help people who speak a different language.
Yesterday I called Augusta University to say, hey, are you planning to roll out something like this? And they said, yes, we're working on it now. It's just that everything has exploded so quickly that we've just been sort of trying to keep up from day to day.
Si necesitas ayuda, puedes llamar a este número 706-721-1852 para hablar con un doctor en español. If you need help and need to speak to a doctor in Spanish, you can call to speak to a provider at 706-721-1852.
We need to make sure everybody knows what they need to know about coronavirus in their language, according to their culture, and to know where to call. And know that somebody who can talk to them in their own language will be available.
Para más información, visite nuestra página. Providing these services will help keep people informed and alert about COVID-19 and the impact that it has had on all of us. In Augusta, Ashley Flete, WJBF News Channel 6.
Students in Aiken County Public Schools can expect to participate in events if conditions improve. Superintendent King Lawrence addressed the district, telling parents to focus on the immediate needs of their families and let them know how they can help. He says students can look forward to planned events.
Spring is usually such an exciting time with end-of-the-year activities, performances, ceremonies, prom, graduation, and trips. It is our hope that anything previously planned to take place before April 30th will be able to be rescheduled.
And Superintendent Lawrence also says leaders are working with the South Carolina Department of Education to make sure that course credit, dual enrollment, and other requirements are satisfied for graduating seniors. And this as Richmond County school officials canceled all school proms this spring. This comes after Governor Brian Kemp's announcement that schools will remain closed through April 24th. No changes to graduation as of yet. And the impact of the coronavirus seems to be extending to nearly every aspect of daily life, and that includes the lives of animals. An animal shelter in South Carolina is closed to the public and isn't accepting dogs due to the pandemic, except in cases of emergency. A Second Chance animal shelter located in Clarendon County has about 55 dogs and 30 cats. The closure occurred after the vet who does spay and neutering procedures was exposed to COVID-19. As a result, the shelter put those procedures on hold, as well as surrenders and adoptions.
We do spay and neuters for the community, and that is part of our income that helps sustain us monetarily. We totally rely on public funding. And without a lot of these, without the adoptions, without the spays and neuters, we don't have any income coming in.
And the animal shelter also helps to maintain the county animal control facility. The shelter is taking donations and they need cleaning supplies badly. The threat from the coronavirus is making it nearly impossible for congregations to safely gather for services. A church in Georgia is now helping others social distance for worship. Kelly Antonelli shows us how.
Local officials say you should avoid gatherings of more than 10 people. That includes religious services. So one church in Savannah came up with a modern solution. Impact Church is still packing the energy into services. But they're not packing the people. Still, there are more than 1,000 watching. All are online. Pastor Corey Williams showed us the recording space.
Because we see the ability that we have now to connect with people that we would have never been able to connect with if this did not happen.
The church's production team used this equipment to shoot professionally lit performances and sermons. They record it earlier in the week and they stream it live on Sunday so everyone can watch together.
I was just totally shocked, just sitting there watching myself, watching the worship and seeing people tuned in and responding and just giving responses like this seemed like I'm there. It made me feel real good that if this goes on for weeks or for months, we could do church this way.
Pastor Williams says he wants every congregation to do church this way. He says some are still meeting in person, which puts people at risk.
Most of the members do not use internet, or they don't do the social media stuff. And so that's one of the biggest problems that most churches or most of the older congregations are having.
Impact Church says its professional space is the solution to staying safe. The team is now offering it to other church leaders who want to record a service.
Because it's needed, and I believe in love thy neighbor, and that's one of our ways of showing our love to our neighbors.
And President Trump is considering a proposal to quarantine several major cities to slow down the spread of the coronavirus. We'll take a look at those possible changes coming up. And later, fear of flying? We speak with a few of the thousands who fly through Atlanta's airport about whether the right precautions are being taken to keep them safe.
And today's going to be another warm one. Plenty of sunshine, so as you head out the door, we will see temperatures start to climb into the 80s by the afternoon. It's going to be in the upper 80s. Plenty of sunshine, a little breezy, but overall a nice Sunday.